Welcome and welcome back to the channel, guys. How are you and how are you feeling today? Today is the final day of rapid stage of this tournament, Qatar 2025 Rapid and Blitz Championship. Today our country mates Jawhar Sindarov and Nodarbek Absattarov, they are gonna fight to win the tournament because Nodarbek has 7 points and the first place Hans Mokniemen has 7.5. It means we need just 0.5 seconds. The reason why if Nodarbek wins today 4 games in a row, it means he will have 11 points. Then we can hope to win the tournament. And Jawhar Sindarov also have 6.5 points. And now also we can hope if Jawhar wins 4 games in a row, so we can hope for even winning the tournament. Even we can hope to have the second, the third place of the tournament. The reason why we are rooting for our country mates today also, guys. The games will start in just a minute. Right now, let me watch what's happening. I can't show you the video because this is prohibited. I can just watch the video and I'll tell you. The players are just sitting right now. Wei sitting here. Nodarbek Absattarov with Yagis Haner Doğmuş. And at the first board, Alexei Sarana versus Magnus Carlson. Magnus has just arrived again. Magnus is late. Everybody was just waiting for Magnus. And now I saw here Dvarkovic. He's waiting. Magnus is just just touching the pieces. And now, okay, the first move. Guest is moving the first one. First of all, he's asking for Magnus. Magnus is telling that you can move whatever you want. Just whatever. Just make a move. Because Magnus takes this move back in a way and makes another move. I think he played, what is this? D4? D4 played. Yeah, D4. First move. D4 played. And for black, I think D5. Yeah, D5 played. Is this D5? Yeah, this is D5. D5. Or C4, I think. Or it's like, I don't know. Okay? And now, the games have just started. Guys, let's go. Magnus started, and now our boards will start also in a second. Here we go. Nodarbek started the game with C4, and now we don't need this video. C4, and then E6 by Yagis Haner Doğmuş. Knight to C3. Nodarbek just wanted to play the English opening, his favorite and familiar opening. Everything is going well. Hi. How many games are played today? The games didn't play today right now. They just started the games. Right now. Today they are gonna play 4 games. Alayar, welcome to the live stream. How are you? They are gonna play 4 games today. Babajan, hello. Hello guys, how are you and how are you feeling today? Today they are gonna play 4 games and the games that just started right now. Nodarbek is starting with English opening, his favorite opening. And now if everything is okay, I can open the live stream chat here. Let me hear the board sound. What just happened? D4. Pawns are getting traded on the center of the board. Bishop to E7 by Yagis Haner Doğmuş. Nodarbek is developing his dark square bishop. Pawn to C6. Pawn to E3. Bishop D3. Knight to F3. Castle is coming in the next moves. It's like almost Italian game. Bishop D3 trading the light square bishops, or Nodarbek keeps the light square bishop on the board. Bishop E2 or Bishop D3. But Bishop D3, a lot of times this goes for a draw, but I don't know, maybe Nodarbek just keeps the light square bishop on the board and just plays bishop to E2. Knight to E2. Even better. Even better. Because you want to put your knight to G3 and attack to the bishop. Nodarbek is in... Oh my goodness. Another betterment. Because knight G3, if you go there, then I wanted to attack to your bishop again. Knight G3 is coming now. If you go bishop G6 and then I play H5, I'll attack to your piece. You can't take this because this file will get opened and we'll start the attacks from this side. That's nice. First of all, it looks like a pawn sacrifice, like bishop takes. No, bishop can't take this. Look, you can't take this. Yeah, it looks like it's a free pawn, but look at the evaluation. It's like +1 now. Yeah, I guess Haner thinking, and now we can take a look at the other boards. Babajon olg'a eshityapman sizni. Aha, eshitilayotgan bo'lsa hammasi yaxshi. Katta rahmat. Biz sharhni davom ettiramiz ingliz tilida albatta. اگر سلسله شنالي بود كاموسه يجيس خانه thinking and now we can take a look at the other boards. Babacan olga HD yapmazsınız. Okay, I opened the live stream chat here and now I can continue. Okay, what just happened? Let me look at the other boards. Uzbekistan, let me search our country mates. Jawhar Sindarov is playing with Alexander Shumanov. Alexander Shumanov yesterday showed us a great performance. First he defeated Anish Giri, then he defeated Fabiano Caruana, and then he defeated Dmitry Alexeyevich, I think. Another great player from Russia. And at the last round, he played with Hans Mokniemen, and Hans just defeated Alexander Shumanov. But he was just going in a beast mode, like defeating Anish, defeating Caruana. And today, he met with Jawhar Sindarov, Uzbek prodigy. Here we go, Jawhar. Jawhar is playing with. Let me open this one. Let me open the moves. This is Slav defense on the board, guys. The players are playing. This is like a half Slav defense, semi-Slav defense. Jawhar just wanted to put his bishop on g7 and castle. Let's square bishop maybe somewhere from this side or from this b7 square. But we have pawns now. Our pawn shall get traded. Our knight will develop from d7. I think from d7 because knight a6 and then knight c7. This is also another idea, but I think it's not good. Just knight bd7 first of all. I can't even just edit the arrows. Is today the last day for rapid portion? Yeah, this is the last day for rapid. Today is the last day for rapid. And after today, they are not going to play nothing. After this 4-game will end, if the points are equal, they are going to play Armageddon. But if they have the only winner, they're going to choose him to be a winner of this tournament. As I told you guys, bishop g7 and castling is coming. Jawhar is playing the solid chess. He has 15 seconds. He's not just spending much time. He just don't want to, enter to the complicated lines. He's just playing the simple chess. Great. We wish all the best luck for him. And now we can go to other game. Nodirbek Yakubayev is playing with Timur Rajapov at this point. Nodirbek Yakubayev is playing with the black pieces d4, d5, c4, Queen's Gambit. And Timur Rajapov is playing Queen's Gambit declined by playing e6. We call this Queen's Gambit declined variation of the Queen's Gambit. Knight to f3, knight to f6, knight to c3 on this board, and then d5. At this point, we should take the pawn. This is the theory, and now Nodirbek Yakubayev takes now queen check first, and then taking the pawn. That's a great move. That's another variation. You can even take with the knight, but queen a4 check, and then taking is also another better variation. Pawn takes, knight takes, and a queen check. So we should retreat our knight back because this queen is attacking to our knight 2 times. We retreat our knight back. Knight to c6, attacking to the queen. Queen d1 played. And at this point, Timur Rajapov is thinking. He's from Azerbaijan, another great chess player, 2600 elo, almost, 2661. Knight e4 is the better option at this point. Engine is telling us to offer a knight trade. Wait, knight e4? Yeah, knight e4, putting pressure on the knight because this is pinned. You can't just open up your knight. Maybe you're gonna play bishop d2. Yeah, knight e4, bishop d2. So we takes, and game will continue like this. You're gonna cancel this way, we're gonna cancel this way, and game will continue. Oh, whoa. We don't cancel, we just play queen c1 first, I think, because we gotta get out of the threat. Okay, let's just wait. This is just an opening, just 10 moves has just played, and another our country mate, Muhuddin Madaminov, is playing with another Indian chess prodigy, Aravind Chidambaram. We are playing with the black pieces. c4, e6. We have seen this line, guys, before. It's like Queen's Gambit declined variation, but starting with another moves. Not d4, first of all, c4, and then d4 again. It's like, anyway, Queen's Gambit declined. The players are going for Queen's Gambit decline. All the theoretical moves. The players are developing their bishops, their knights, and now Muhuddin put his rook on e8, putting pressure on this king. And then knight d7, developing his knight. Knight on f8. Why? Because we should defend this square. Look at this battery. Bishop and queen having a battery and putting pressure on this h7 pawn. The reason why this knight on f8 always defending this pawn on h7. Great. Castle, and now b5. King to b1. This is a prophylactical move because this file is open. Somewhere the black pieces can attack from this way, and he gets out of the threats all the time. 2 people are watching this. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate that. Don't forget to click likes and subscribe to our channel. Okay, bishop to e7. Finally played bishop to e7, bishop to f4 by Aravinci Tambaram. And then Mukhaddan is thinking. Aravinci Tambaram is spending just three minutes. Mukhaddan didn't spend any minute. He's just playing in a fast mode. And now we are gonna back to the main game. Nodrbek Absatarov is playing in the board number 3 with Yagizgan Erdoğmuş. Nodrbek has 7 points. So if he wins, he will get 8 points. That's amazing. Yagizgan is there. Yagizgan Erdoğmuş. Another Turkish chess prodigy. A lot of players like admit that this guy is just insane. This guy is just tough chess player. He just castled on this side. Nodrbek is in his style. He's attacking. He's not just playing the positional chess. He's just attacking. Look at the bishops. Light square bishop from d2. Attacking to this h7 pawn always. Another bishop, good placed, well placed. Bishop on f4, always ready to help, always ready to give a hand. And now h5. He's literally attacking. I mean, he wanted to castle on the queen side, I think, and then putting the rook on g1 and pushing the points on the. I mean, we can call this king side because this is king side, this is queen side. Yeah, really. Let's go. Like bostum. Katta rahmat. Thank you. After this move, Yagizgan Erdoğmuş just thinking, and now he already have 9 minutes in his clock. Nodrbek Abdusattorov has 15 minutes. It means Nodrbek prepared well for this game, and now he's not even spending a minute. Yagizgan Erdoğmuş already spent 6 minutes. And now he's again thinking because a lot of massive attack is coming from this side. When queen goes to e2 or then somewhere to d2 and castling from the queen side and putting the rooks on g1 or putting the rook on h2, h1 and putting battery, pressuring with battery on the king side is just not like easy to defend. Alright, I believe Nodrbek, I think. Look at the time, 8.5 minutes. Oh my goodness. Yagizgan first of all spent 3 minutes and now spent 2 minutes and now spent another 2 minutes for thinking, for making a move. Knight to b6 played by Yagizgan Erdoğmuş, and now we are gonna play h6. We don't care about the knight. Let's go Nodrbek. h6. We are gonna push. We are gonna attack to the king side. But h6 always he plays g6 and it's a bit annoying and difficult. h6 then g6. Okay. h6 g6 then we can play f3 anyway. Like we are going anyway. Yes. Queen e2 somewhere and we castle queen side. Videosu var mı Nodrbek'lerden? Yo, videosunu berishmagan. O sotishyapti videosini, endi uni sotib olishga pulimiz yo'q. Hech kimga berishmayapti deb aytishdi. Agar berishadigan bo'lsa, men ham qo'yib qo'yardim mana bu yerga. 300 ta berishyapti videoni. Agar 300 ta bo'lsa, menga ham bo'ladi. 300 ta bo'lmasa, menda ham yo'q. Hozir 300 ko'ramiz. Ya, 300 ta ham yo'q. Bu degani hech kimga berilmayapti video. There we go. 4 people are watching this. Thank you guys. Appreciated that. After a knight to b6, Nodrbek is thinking. Okay, Nodrbek. f3. Oh my goodness. Engine, first of all, tell me to play h6. And then no, h6 was not the better option. After Nodrbek plays f3, Engine is telling us that f3. Yeah, f3 was better option. Look at this. You're in this kind of situation. And now the better move is just f6. Can you find this? If you ask from me, I'll tell, no, I don't know. I mean, maybe the knight just played here. Maybe I just want to put my king to the safety place and I'm gonna like play queen d2 or queen e2 and then castle. Maybe like I play h6 and but he plays g3. I don't know. Maybe we can find something and I'll play h6 or just queen d2 or queen e2. But Nodrbek plays f3. Oh my goodness, f3. This is another degree. This is another degree. Okay, Alexander Shumanov versus Jawahar Sindarov. 2700 yellow player versus 25. But he already had 22 points. It means Alexander Shumanov also 2600 yellow player. And now he played the rookie one. After rookie one, Jawahar Sindarov is thinking. Why spending that much time? DC, let's go, Jawahar. We just take. But this goes for a draw. He knows this. No, take, bishop takes, and a queen to h5. I mean, queen a5, right? We're playing solid chess. That's great. And then bishop b5 is better option. Engine is telling us that. Bishop b5. Bishop b5. Putting pressure on the knight. Because the knight is defending the bishop. Amazing, amazing. Thank you. You're welcome. And also we are putting pressure on this pawn. Alexander Shumanov is now thinking. We believe Jawahar can win this game. Back to the game. He played h6. Yagiz Khanyar Doğmuş played h6. And for h6, what we do? Nodrbek. Maybe we can put our king to the safe place. King f2. Our king is safe. We can put our rooks. We can double up the rooks on this g file and attack to the king side. Maybe this is because if castling, always there is attacks. Always he can come in from this way and attack. Always. The reason why maybe like king f2. Like nobody can attack to us because our pawns are great. Pawns are replaced. King f2. Putting this rooks from this file somewhere, moving our knight and then pushing our pawn to g4, even g5. Breaking through this pawn structure. I think this is nice. This knight is coming and this is a bit annoying for us. Like maybe the reason why we can play b3 first to stop this knight. Because this knight is annoying. Like b3 and now this knight can come into this file and then we can play king f2. Yeah, b3 either king f2. We have two moves right now. Jawahar Sindarov is, Nodrbek Absatarov is thinking. I think b3 looks good. I don't know. b3 either king f2. Come on, Nodrbek, what we do? Come on, come on. Other games are just going for a draw right now. Muhammad Zahid Suyarov, I think we don't have cameras on this board. And also Jahangir Wahidov is playing on board number 83. And now I think we don't have cameras on the boards because we can't see the moves. Shamsuddin Wahidov is playing with Kirill Klyukin. Shamsuddin Wahidov is playing with the black pieces, another Uzbek player. The position is just a draw right now. And Humayun Bekmuradov, another young talent, is playing with Yevgeny Najer, grandmaster from FIDE International. Great, great. Muhuddin Madaminov has a slightly better position against Aravind Chitambaran. Look at these points. Muhuddin is pushing with his points right now. He's putting pressure on this king side. Amazing, amazing. And now Jawahar Sindarov. We are playing with the black pieces. Jawahar Sindarov is thinking. His opponent find this move. Bishop to b5. Jawahar put his bishop on d7 to protect this bishop. And then his opponent played a3. What we can do at this point, let's think. We can retreat our queen to c7 and put pressure on this pawn. No, Jawahar plays bishop to e8 first of all, and Engine says this is a mistake because queen e3 and then b4. I think human plays b4. Why not to play this b4? Because after b4, you are just kicking out this queen, and queen has to go to c7 anyway. And then you're gonna continue like bishop a4, put your bishop back, and like I'm gonna show you this, and you are trying to push your pawns, put pressure on this knight, and his pawns are just coming. Our position is a bit risky, so Jawahar, I believe you can survive from any kind of positions. This is not the end of the world. It's just +1. This is just nothing. We just started the game, so I know this. Jawahar Sindarov is playing well with the black pieces. His grandfather also admitted that. Jawahar plays well with black pieces rather than white pieces. I told you b4 and then queen c7 has just played at this point. And also Jawahar Sindar won. Har doim stream qiling, men ko'raman va tinglayman sizni. Allayor E1-3. Harakat qilamiz endi bundan buyog'iga. After queen c7. Siz bilan Sindar akademiyasida ko'rishgan odam siz emasmisiz? Ya'ni men ko'rib turaman deganingiz o'sha payt o'sha odam siz emasmisiz? Kimdir menga ko'rib turaman, ingliz tilini o'rganyapman, yo'q bu yoq degan edi. Okay, right at this moment Alexander Shimanov captured this knight on c6. That's a mistake. Because now we can take this and now we have this bishop. Our bishop is powerful on this line. Yes, Jawahar finds this move. As I told you guys, Jawahar won the World Cup with black pieces also. Knight jumps into this b5 and putting pressure on this queen. Now we can just take this queen takes, we can just attack to the queen, but these pawns are just really annoying. At least white is not losing this position. But bishop versus knight, always we have a hope with these pawns. I think human knight takes this. I don't know. Maybe takes. Because this knight is also really annoying. Like always, knight just wanted to come into this d6 square. If this knight goes to this d6 square, it's going to be a big problem for us. The reason why, yeah, he takes this. Queen takes back. Rook d5. Engine is telling us, put pressure on this pawn. Try to double up your rooks on this. Yeah, this is a great... Yeah, this is the only way. Like, if you see the board, you can only see this move. Rook d5, because you want to double up your rooks. You want to attack to the queen in the next move. If rook attacks, then we can take this, because we have doubled rooks on this point. O'rganyapman, men ham, lekin u kishi men emasman. Oh, b3, and this is a mistake. Okay. We can take a look at other boards. Yagis-Khan Erdogmush has 4.5 minutes. Nodirbek Abdusattorov has 10.5 minutes. 5 or 6 minute increment we have. 6 minute advantage. We have 6 minutes. Oh my goodness. No. But we all know that Yagis-Khan Erdogmush is a young prodigy. And we have seen that at Samarkand. He had a draw with Nodirbek Abdusattorov after 8-hour game. The reason why, I don't know. I can't tell you. No, I can't tell you anything. But we know Nodirbek is playing for a win. He's attacking at this point, and he put his king on f2. Wow. I wanted to see the accuracies. Guys. 99% accuracy. Both players are playing with 99% accuracies. It's been 14 moves. Great. I wanted to see the accuracies on this part. Also, Jawahar found this rook d5. Amazing. Jawahar is playing with 93% accuracy. Alexander Shimanov is also playing with 93% accuracy. Yes, Yagis-Khan goes. Yeah, Yagis-Khan is running out of time. I think everybody just makes blunders, mistakes and accuracies when they are running out of time. Even we have seen the Magnus Carlsen, the greatest chess player of all time, had a lot of mistakes under time pressure at South Africa. I mean, it was South Africa or Africa when he's playing with Jawahar Sindar and freestyle. Okay, at this point, another inaccuracy. We can count this inaccuracy because Queen d4. Queen d4 was not the better option at this point. Rook ed1 was the better option. No, he goes with his queen to c4. Not e4. And now we're capturing this. And now you have just the one pawn. You have just the one pawn if you capture with your pawn. I think you can play a4, but we can't take this because... a4, rook a d8. We are gonna double up our rooks. Everything is going perfect. Yagis-Khan is running out of time. Okay. Alexander Shimanov has 8 minutes and he's thinking right now. Let's look at the Yagis-Khan's board. Nodirbek has 8 minutes after bishop to f8. Nodirbek Abdusattorov is thinking in what is the better option at this point? Knight to a4. Engine is advising to go knight trade because this knight can do something. Okay, he retreats his knight back to e2. Another line. This is the second line. Not a bad move. Engine was advising a two-line knight to a4, either knight to e2, so Nodrbek finds another move. Because the idea is clear, we want to push our pawn to g4. And then maybe like knight to g3 again, after pushing our pawn to g4. Yagis Khan is showing us the great defense with black pieces. Our bishop is a bit our bishop is so much powerful. 4 minutes. Oh. Whew. Yagis Khan doğmuş. 3.5 minutes. 3.5 minutes, guys. He is running out of time a bit. Okay, let me see other boards. What's going on in the other boards? Nodrbek Yakuboyev is playing with Taimur Rajabov. In this game, the position, I can tell you, this a bit better for black pieces. Because we got a castle. The rooks are ready to attack. But we can just hold the game. It's not the end of the world. It means we can fight. At this point, Engine is telling us that this is slightly better for white. But human, I can tell you this. The rooks are a bit powerful. When you're playing, they're like putting a lot of pressure. The reason why, after castling this, when we start like having a deep press, it will be better for white, or it's like even equal. What a game. Yeah, Taimur Rajapov is also playing well. Another 20, almost. Can I see this? Yeah, it's 26, 61. He's also showing a good performance in this tournament. I want to see this board, guys. Yagis Khan Erdoğmuş had 3 minutes. After this, he played knight to h7, and now Nodrbek Absotarov is thinking, I think if we go this, I think he goes for this. He goes for exchanges. I don't know, but he goes for exchanges, some kind of exchanges. Bishop b1 is better option. Bishop b1. Bishop to b1. Nodrbek is finding all the moves, putting pressure on his opponent's time. His time is ticking. The clock is ticking. Yagis Khan, wake up. Wake up. You got 2.5 minutes. We have another extra 5 minutes in our clocks. We are putting pressure. Bishop to b1. Always looking at this h7 square and this knight. We need the glory. We need the glory. We shall win the tournament. Let's go. We have a slightly advantage on this position. I think after the rook comes on this g file and we are pushing g4, g5, the knight is just holding the position. The queen is just defending this g5 square. Yagis Khan doesn't want to give us this g5 square. He's fully controlling this square with his pawn, with his knight, and with his queen. 2 minutes. Less than a 2 minute. Here we go. Yagis Khan, think a bit. Please give us another minute. Think a bit. Play under time pressure. Let's go, guys. Nice. Yes, this is nice. Let's go. 1.5 minutes. Great. 1.5. We have 6 minutes extra time. Whew. Other games are a draw, guys. Mukhudin, Yakuboyev, Nodrbek. Other games are just going for a draw. They are draw right now. Jawahar Sanarov, draw. His game is draw. The times are equal. Mistake. Knight to c4. Mistake. What is better option at this point? Queen c2. We are going for a checkmate. And he has to push. I don't know. Either f5, either g6. Queen here. Maybe he can just move his knight on f6. If knight on f6, we can push our g pawn to g4. Or rook cg1 first. If he goes here, we can put our rook here. I think he made a move. Ah, g4, another big. Not this time. First queen c2. First queen c2 and the rook cg1. And then g4 is better option. Okay, he's fighting, but this is not easy to find. Yagis Khan is also understand what is the meaning of this g4, because he wanted to play queen c2, rook cg1. Okay. 1 minute. Yagis Khan, you have 1 minute. Okay, we miss it, but you have to prove that this is a mistake. You have to make a move. You are like in a tuk-tuang. You have to find a move. This is not just an easy. Just a positional game. Bishop to e7. I think... Okay, bishop e7 is a good move. Let's see one thing. Let's check out one thing. Like check one thing. Let's 1 second. Yeah, everything is going well. Everything is going well, guys. I checked out one thing. Oops, I'm sorry. Sorry, guys, I'm sorry. Come on, another big upset taraf. Yeah, is it touchy though? Let's go. Bishop to e7. And now what is better option? b3. Just kick this knight out. This knight just had enough. Wait, if b3, can't he go to a3 and put pressure to our knight? And then bishop d3. Ah, this knight is just not doing nothing on this square. The reason why b3. This knight now like attacking to this pawns. A bit annoying. The reason why b3. If knight goes to a3, then bishop to d3. Engine is advising us to this, but then we can't do battery here. We can't develop our queen from this way. I don't know. I think another big finds b3. Knight to d6 plate. And then knight to g3. Another great move. We are controlling every single square. And now Yagi-san is thinking he has less than a minute. Let's go. We have 6.5 minutes. Oh my goodness. Very emotional moments at this point. Yagi-san is thinking bishop g5 is better move at this point. Offering a bishop trade. And queen comes into the square. Or just pawn takes and stops this attack. I don't know. But every other move is a mistake rather than bishop g5. Every other move is a mistake. Only move bishop g5, bishop g5. Only move bishop g5. 8 people are watching this. Thank you guys. Okay. 15 seconds. 15 seconds. He has... Oh! Knight f8. It should be a mistake. Knight a4. Knight a4. What is the meaning of knight a4? No, queen d2. Let's go to attack. Queen d2. Let's go. We want to play rook cg1. Another big. Let's go. Queen to d2. We want to play rook cg1 and put pressure. Move your queen and then put your rook here. Okay. Think. Knight to e2. Okay, it's not that... Okay, that's also a good move, but it's not that... It's not that fast. Okay. 14, 13, 12, 11. Okay, bishop g5. Finally, he played bishop g5. And now it's going to be a bit hard. And now bishop e5. We shall keep our bishop on the board. We don't go for tradings. Bishop e5. If we take this, it's like queen takes g5. And now queen will control the position. And now it's not that winning for us. Bishop e5, another big. At this point, rook d2 and the rook cg1 was coming, but... Another big just played another move, knight to e2. Okay, not the end of the world. Bishop e5, another big, let's go. Yagi-san, anyway, under time pressure, he should find a move. We can take our time, we can think, and we can have a move. We can have a better move. Queen d3, why? Queen d3. Why we are giving up this? And now let's go, take with the pawn, because we should put pressure anyway. Take with the pawn. Yeah, knight takes looks general for human, but okay. But Naderbek is a human. I think he takes with the knight. Pawn takes is better option because this f4 pawn can help us to push our pawn to g5 somewhere after rook cg1. Anyway, the idea is like the same. We want to put our rook on this q1 square and push our pawn. The reason why knight takes looks not good, I think, or yeah, we are putting pressure on this bishop, but just nothing. Okay, Naderbek, you have 5 minutes. Let me look at the other boards. What's going on? Shamsuddin Wahidov has a winning position, but he has 1 minute. His opponent has 3 minutes. This is +1. Other boards. Johor Sindarov, his position is just a draw at this point. So let's look at the main game. Let's look at the central game. After bishop takes f4, Naderbek Absotarov is thinking. if I tell the truth, for learning English, I studied at school. It's been 5 years. Like, I came to this state. I mean, I come. I don't know how to tell you this. It took 5 years. Oh, he takes a 4. Great. It took 5 years for me because I studied at school. I studied at university. I worked in an American company. I worked in logistics. I worked in other companies, a lot of companies. All matters. And now G5. Let's go, another make. This was our idea. Yes, the queen takes at the end, but we are going to open up this file and we're going to push our pawn also in the next moves. G5. No, we don't take this pawn. We don't need this pawn. G5. Yeah, we are giving up a pawn. But we are going to push our pawns and anyway, open up the position. G5. Another big. Let's go. G5. G5 opens up the game, but we need G5. Knight takes F5. No, we have to keep our pieces on the board. G5 is better option. This knight on F8 always defending this king from any kind of checks. G5. It's like G5. If you take this, it's like I'm gonna push my pawn. I think no, Queen D2 again. We are not taking this back. Now this file is open. We can push our pawn. Attack until the end, I think. Okay, what happened? Nalderbek is thinking. Nalderbek is trying to find the better moves. Trying to win the game. Nalderbek Yakubayev is winning here. He has plus almost 2 advantage. He's winning with white pieces. But unfortunately, Arvind Tambaran has a slightly better position against Muhuddin Madaminov. Okay, other boards are just going for a draw. And this is our central game. Nalderbek Absatarov is thinking at this point. G5-ni ko'radi. G5-ni ko'radi, uni hisoblash kerak edi uni. G5ga ajini hisoblash kerak. Uramanmi yoki suramanmi? Bu shuni hisoblayotgan bo'lishi ham mumkin. Okay, Nalderbek, let's go G5. Okay, great. We're playing for a win. Less than a 10 second. He takes this. And now? Nalderbek, please. Don't take the point. Please don't take the point. If you take this point, it's just a draw. Rook F1 is better option. Engine is telling up. I don't think Queen D2. No, I don't know. Even Engine is just struggling to find a move. Nalderbek, I don't know. I don't know how, but you should win this. I don't know how. But you should win this. Let's go. Engine was telling this is a better move, and after making this move, Engine is telling us that no, it was not a better move. Just taking was the better option. First of all, Engine was telling us that pushing was better, and then taking was better. Rook G1. Again, Nalderbek is going for this idea, but it's not it's not easy to find a better moves for Yagis Khan also. At this point, Queen H6 is better option. Oh, Queen H6, he played this. Rook H4, and now this is better for black. Nalderbek is putting pressure on his time. But after G5. G5, and then F4, I think, just closes the position. I guess Khan, if he finds this. 2 seconds, 1 second. Ooh, Queen F6. Okay, he's also a human. He made a mistake. He missed it. And now Rook G-H1. Let's go. Rook H1. Come back, Nalderbek. Don't go for that. Or Rook F4. Rook F4, another mistake because please just go back, Nalderbek. Please just go back. We don't need a rook on this stage. Just go back. Oh, wow. It was like almost losing, but please, Nalderbek, just go back to H1, Rook H1. I know you can do this. Yagis Khan is playing well under time pressure also. Nalderbek Yakubayev has a winning position against Taimur Rajabov. Jawahar Sindarov's game was, going for a draw, but this is a tricky game. Nalderbek, let's go. Let's go. Rook H1. Rook H1. Everybody type Rook H1. Rook H1. We are rooting for another big Abdusattarov at this point. Rook h1. Only move. Only move. Another big. Rook f4. No. Oh, the position just... Okay. Do you want a draw? Another big. No. Why we want a draw? Bishop d7. No, we don't need a draw. Another big. The position is just... They're like repeating the position. 1, 2... 1, 2. Again, he's just repeating the position. It might be a draw. Just a draw. Rook h4. Just a draw, guys. Another big, please. Just fight. We need this win. If rook h4, this is just a draw. Jawhar Sinarov is fighting here, but his position is just 2 rooks. So rook endgame. The pawns are equal. Queen rook endgame. This endgame is going for a draw. It might be slightly better for... No, it's not better for anyone. It's just a draw position at this point. Alderbek has 20 seconds. He should decide what to do. I think he's going to take a draw because there's... I mean, he can't come in. He can't come in at this point. I think he's going to take a draw. Okay, he did this. Why you repeated the position 2 times? I don't know. Just rook h1. We had a lot of time. We had enough time. I think the game ended in a draw, guys, because we saw that he just running. I mean, he just timeouted. It means the game ended in a draw, guys. Unfortunately, Nodirbek just ended his game in a draw. Nodirbek Yakubayev is winning here, guys. Other boards are now draw. Jawhar Sinarov is fighting, but this game will end in a draw in a few seconds also. Yeah, officially, the game ended in a draw. The position repeated 3 times, and the game ended in a draw. That's miss. Take this. This game also might be a draw. Tricky bishop endgame. Tricky knight endgame. Again, Yagis Hanyar Doğmuş fights until to the end and just holds the draw like Samarkand. Guys, don't forget to click likes and subscribe to our channel if you are new here. Okay, just a draw. I think this game is also going for a draw now. Look at that. Equal pawns on the same sides. It was just a winning, but end game is not just an easy. Jawhar Sinarov is losing. Oh my goodness. No, Jawhar, please. We don't need a loss. Okay, draw is okay, but we don't need a loss. Another big. I mean, Jawhar. King h7. Only move. King h7 is only move. Jawhar. King h7. Great. If takes. No, he can't. I mean, rook g5 is here now. He's also just waiting, holding the position. And now we play queen g7. Just a draw. If rook g3, it's just a draw. If rook g5, we have to play queen g7. We have to trade the queens, and we can go to the end game. So end game is a draw. I mean, the rook end game will be a draw. Ko'rmagan bo'lish mumkin emas, ko'rgan u boshqa narsalar bor deb o'ylaganda. And now g takes h5. Engine is telling us g takes h5. We have to, and now it's a draw. Okay. And now it's a draw. Other games, Jahongir Vohidov. He's playing endgame also with Artyom Strybuk. Oh, wow. -4. He blundered at the end game on the time pressure. Guys, let's watch this end game until to the end because yeah, the position repeated 2 times, and after a few moves, the position repeats 3 times, and I think it's gonna be yeah. After Queen F6, this is draw. Yeah, guys, Johor Sindarov had also a draw game, and we can go to the next one. Nodirbek Yakubayev is playing this end game, and this end game will be over with it in a draw in a few seconds also. And also Humoyun Begmuradov is playing with Yevgeny Najer. Yevgeny has 14 seconds. It's slightly better for white, but I think this game will also end in a draw. Jahangir Wahidov had a draw, but now it is better for black. Because our king is in the open file, the reason why. Check, queen blocks. Okay, Jahangir Wahidov is also fighting not to lose this game. 2 pieces for the rook, but 2 pieces are better at the end game. We know this. 2 pieces are always, not always, but at the end game, better than the rook. But at the middle game, the rook is better. Officially, Alexander Shimano versus Johor Sindarov, the game ended in a draw. Humoyun Begmuradov is winning here, plus 2.2. Hi, Chess Noob Shrine, welcome to the live stream. How are you? Humoyun Begmuradov is also winning. Bishop F8 played by Humoyun. And now Shamsuddin also had a winning position at this point. Shamsuddin also can win this, but he has low time, just 40 seconds. On the time pressure, games are changing. This game is also had a +3 for black pieces. Jahangir Wahidov is just running out of time. I don't know. This is -4 right now. We'll see what happens. We see what happens. Muhuddin Madaminov is losing at this point. He's playing with black pieces. 2 rook. But he has 3 points. And is trying to hold this position. Oh my goodness. 3 points and bishop versus 2 rooks. Shamsuddin Wahidov has a +5 position at this point. What? King A3 is better option at this point. +13 now. Shamsuddin is gonna win this. Shamsuddin Wahidov is gonna win this, guys. Just trust me. Trust me, Shamsuddin is not gonna lose this. What was Nodirbek Absatarov? Nodirbek had a draw. Nodirbek had a draw. Ooh. King A3. Shamsuddin finds this move, and now he goes to the queen in the next move. So resign. Just resign, bro. Kirill Klukin. First check. Okay, just rook b3. We can block with the rook. And then how you do this? Rook b3. Yes, great. Shamsuddin knows how to win this, guys. No need to worry about from this game. Shamsuddin is gonna win this. But Muhuddin Madaminov is just fighting, but this is, I think, end. This is the end because 2 rooks are better. And the position is just opened at this point. Nodirbek Yakubayev is playing until to the end. He's trying to find a win because his pawn is a bit powerful. And then if this bishop will sack himself for this pawn, this knight can hold this pawn. And if king takes this pawn, maybe Nodirbek Yakubayev has some chances. He's trying to find these chances. King f6 is coming in the next move. I want to push my pawn. Nodirbek Yakuboyev is fighting until to the end, guys. He's fighting this. King f6 or just knight a5. All are draw. You're gonna suck your knight to the pawn, and this bishop sucks himself for the pawn, and it's gonna be a draw. If you go there, I go here, attack to the pawn. If you push your pawn, I go here and fork your king and a pawn, and I'll take the pawn, and you take the pawn. Okay, this game is draw, guys. No, yeah. Knight. Nodirbek Yakuboyev is fighting. Okay. Muhammad Madaminov lost, guys. Aravind Chidambaram won the game. Okay, we wish all the best for Muhammad Madaminov at the next rounds. I told you guys, Shamsuddin Wahidov just won the game after trading the rooks. His opponent Kirill Klukin just resigns. And also, Muhammad Zohotyar won, guys. Amazing. He just defeated his opponent. This is the first game of today's. And then Humayun Bekmuradov is playing. He's fighting to win. But his opponent made a brilliant move. And now another brilliant. Woo! The players are having brilliant moves. Back to back, and then Queen c5. Check. Check. Here check. Here check. Here check. 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 And it's gonna be a draw. Yeah. Check. 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 And this is gonna be a draw. Maybe you can fight like check. Check. And block with the queen. No, if you take this, it's a full draw. Because the queen. Yes, this is a draw, guys. That's a draw. And this is a forced draw. Humayun Bekmuradov had a winning position, but now this is a draw. Yeah. The game ended in a draw. Nodirbek Yakuboyev lost? How he lost? Oh! What? King a3? No, it's a wrong. This is draw. G6 here. This. This is a draw, guys. How can GM can lose this position? No, this is a draw. I don't understand. Nodirbek Yakuboyev, this is draw. Even I can make a draw. I think the result is just not true. The game should end in a draw. Just a full draw. GMs can find this move in less than a second. This is a draw. And also, Humayun Bekmuradov had a draw. Muhammad Madaminov lost. Jahangir Wahidov is fighting, guys. Jahangir Wahidov is fighting at this point. Oops. And now, he had a hope. He has a hope. 2 pieces against the rook. And now this is a forced queen trade. This is a forced queen trade. This game will be a draw, I think. If Jahangir Wahidov will find all the best moves, so he can make a draw. Okay. The game didn't end it yet. Fight until the end. Yakuboyev. Yakuboyev yutqizmagan uni, Cheskom xato yozib qo'ygan bo'lish kerak. Katta ehtimol Cheskom xato yozib qo'ygan narsani u yutqizish mumkin emas unaqa vaziyatda. U tем более grandmaster. Tем более Nodirbek Yakuboyev 2600 u yutqizmaydi, nima qiladi? Oddiy uriladi, suriladi. Qoshda suriladi. Surdi, keldik. Buni yutish uchun haligi to'p nimadir bo'lish shart emas-da. Bu ikkita farzin qoladi, farzin almashib ketadi, durang bo'ladi bu vaziyat. Bu mod qilish ham iloji yo'q bu vaziyatda. Qo'ylaring Nodirbek topolmadi demanglar shu narsani menga. Agar o'yinda shunaqa narsa bo'lib, fil bilan vaqt tushib ketgan-singlar, vaqt tushib ketmagan. Vaqt tushib ketganmikin, 20 soniya sarflabdi bu yerga. Vaqt tushib ketmagan bo'lsa bo'ldi, lekin agar o'sha narsa bor bitta, agar vaqt tushib ketgan bo'lsa, bilmadim. Yakuboyev taslim bo'lmaydi unaqa vaziyatda. Bu oddiy men ana 1500 reytingli odam bilaman. Bu 2700 reyting, bu Nodirbek taslim bo'lmaydi u narsani. Vaqt tushib ketgan bo'lishi mumkin bitta sabab, yoki Cheskom xato qo'yib qo'ygan bo'lishi mumkin. Cheskom xato qilishi mumkin. Guys, Jahangir Wahidov is fighting. This game will be just a draw. In just a few minutes, this game will end in a draw. This game will end in a draw. Okay, he's going here, and then we're going to go king f6. Attack to the horse. Horse goes to this way and gives check. Now king e7. We can chase the knight. Knight goes to c7. King to d6. We are going to chase the king. Chase the knight. Again, check again here. So the position repeats 2 times, and this game will end in a draw. Rook g2. No matter. You're attacking with the knight. You're attacking with the king. The important thing is you're attacking to the horse. u narsani shaxmat sifatida aytaman, u xato qilmaydi. Ya'ni bu narsani men shogirdlarimga o'rgatib yuraman, unaqa narsa qilishlarni ishoning. Bu durang. This game, Jahongir Wahidov survived, guys. Jahongir Wahidov just losing, and then he found a better move. His opponent did one mistake, and Jahongir Wahidov took an advantage from that moment and had a draw in this game. Great. Only Muhuddin Madaminov lost today's first game, guys. Nodirbek Yakuboyev. No, it's a wrong result. Nodirbek Absattorov had a draw. Javohir Sindarov had a draw. Humoyun Bekmurodov had a draw. Muhammad Zohtusyarov won. Jahongir Wahidov had a draw. Shamsuddin won. And then Nodirbek Yakuboyev had a draw. It should be draw. And we can go to women's section. I want to see our girls, how they are playing, who won, who lost. Okay, let's search Uzbekistan. I want to see the round number 10. But there is no round number 10 in this women's section. Or they're playing 9 games. I think they're playing 9 games, right? Okay, guys, and now let me check the other results. Magnus Carlsen won, and now I think Magnus is taking the lead. Magnus won the game against Alexei Sarana. How about other games? Hans and Vladislav Artemiev, they both had a draw, and now 8 point, and Magnus had 8 point also. Nodirbek had a draw at the board number 3. Maxim Shalagraf had a draw. Arjun Ergaisi won. How about Arjun? Arjun has 7.5. He's going in a beast mode. Gukesh D has 7 points. Parham Maksudlo, he has 7 points. That's amazing with Shahryar Mamediyarov. How about other? Alexander Shimanov, Jawahar Sindarov, just a draw. Linear Dominguez Perez, Rauf Mamedov. Linear Dominguez is winning. He had 6.5. If he wins 7.5, the guys are just fighting until to the end, to the glory. Let me tell you the results. Vladislav Artemiev at the first place, Magnus at the second, Hans is at the third, and Arjun Ergaisi at the fourth. Yagis Khan and Nodirbek at the 5th and 6th places at this point. And now we are just waiting at the next round. This is the results, guys, after first game of day 3. Today is the final day. Today we will get to know about the winner of the tournament. We have other 3 rounds. And after the second round will start, I will get to know. Until this, I'll take a little break. Let me open the boards right now. I can open this Magnus's board here. So after the next round pairings will be released, I'll be back. Until this, I'll take a little break. One, two, three. Guys, we're back. We have the pairings. 1 second. I'll switch this and you can see this. We are back. We have the pairings right now. Let's see. The pairings. Nodrbek Absatar versus Shahryar Mehmediyarov. Great. Shahryar Mehmediyarov, another tough player versus Nodrbek. And now, let me change the boards. Interact this. I want round number 11. And search Uzbek players. Jawhar with Farham Maksudlo. Oh my goodness. Farham Maksudlo versus Jawhar Sindarov. Here we go. Let's search others. Nodrbek Yakuboyev versus James Santos. Okay, we are playing with the black pieces. Great. And then the last board. I shall put this board also here. Okay, I need just board number 11. 1 second. Let's open the live stream chat. Here we go. 4 people are watching us. Great. We should get out of here. Enter to this. The games. Round number 11. Uzbekistan. I can put Shamsuddin Wahidov's board with Kirill Aleksenko. Shamsuddin is playing with the black pieces. There we go. We are ready to start the games. Oh my. Let's go, guys. Important round for Nodrbek at the Satarov and at the top. And at the top boards. Let's watch. Hans Niemann is playing with Magnus Carlsen. Guys, sensation. We have a sensation. Magnus is playing with Hans Niemann. This is gonna be huge. And then Vladislav Artemiev is playing with Linear Dominguez Perez. Great battle. Yagizkhan Erdomush is playing at the board number 3 with Arjun Ergaisi. Oh, another Titans battle. If Magnus and Hans will end in a draw, and Vladislav and Linear Dominguez ends in a draw, and Nodrbek wins, the points will be equal. Nodrbek only win. We should only win. Let me open the video so we will get to know what's going on in there. Let me open the video. The games will start in just 3 or 5 minutes. 3 to 5 minutes. Okay. And let me take a water. Let me bring a water. So I'll be back. 1 second. Okay, we're back. My opinion is that under your face that have 3 pairings, please change the games to Nodrbek's contender games. Nodrbek contender games? Okay, I got what you're speaking. You mean change Magnus, Vladislav Artemiev, and then Yagizkhan Erdoğmuş games. That's a good idea also. That's a good idea. But okay. I will take your opinion. Interact and go and put Magnus's board because this is important board for us. This is let's put this Magnus. First of all, we need Magnus's board. And then here we need another Vladislav Artemiev versus Linear Dominguez Perez. This board. And then at the last board, Yagizkhan Erdoğmuş versus Arjun Ergaisi. Great. I think the games has already started. Or I want to see the video, so I'll tell you what's going on in there. So, is this great? Nega hiç kim yok. Big Mahiche streamer. Bilmadim. Biz odamlar uchun sharhlamayapmiz-ku. O'zim sharhlashni o'rganishim uchun ingliz tilida shunaqa streamlar qilib test rejimida o'tkazish uchun qilyapmiz. Odam bo'lsa bo'lmasa, axir bu mas'uliyat. There we go. Let me open the video so I'll tell you when these games will start. The players are sitting on their boards. Hans is here, but Magnus is late again. Magnus is late again, guys. Everybody's just waiting for Magnus Carlsen at this point. The arbiter is here. He's waiting. Magnus Carlsen. Hans Niemann is sitting on his board. Thank you. You're welcome. Norderbeck is sitting, guys. Norderbeck is also waiting his opponent. Norderbeck is playing with the black pieces. All players are just coming into the playing hall. They are sitting on their boards. Yagis Haniar Dogmush. We are watching him. He's playing with the white pieces. He's also waiting his opponent, Arjun Argaisi. Oh, Chinese. Le Kwamle. I think he's the Le Kwamle. Chinese guy. He's also playing with the white pieces. And this is board number 1. Hans is also not here. Both players, Magnus and Hans, they are not on their boards right now. They're just walking around. I don't know what they're doing, but they're not here. Hans is speaking with arbiter. Finally, Jawahar is shaking hand with Hans Niemann. And now Jawahar is going to his own board. Jawahar Sindarov, let me find his board. He's playing board number 6 with Parham Maksudlo. Another epic battle, guys. We are going to watch another epic battle with you. Jawahar Sindarov versus Parham Maksudlo. Jawahar Sindarov has right now, I think, 6.5. No, 7. Jawahar has also 7 points. That's impressive. That's great. Hans Niemann touching his pieces, sitting on his board, waiting his opponent, Magnus Carlsen. This is gonna be content, guys. Magnus Carlsen is playing with Hans Mock Niemann. Thanks for his. Okay, arbiter is here. I think he's ready to start the clock. He's explaining something. Alexander Shimanov is here. Alexander Shimanov is looking at the Hans Niemann. I think he's like telling him that, why you defeated me yesterday? We would have ended in a draw. Why you just won the game? Okay, how's this guy? I don't know. This is Gukesh Tamaraju. He's sitting on his board. He's playing with the white pieces. The cameraman found Gukesh Tamaraju. Denis Lazovic is just walking. Okay, the players are sitting. Linear Dominguez Perez is ready to start the game. He's waiting his opponent. Okay. Vladislav Artemiev is coming. We're also just waiting there. Okay, Daniel Dubov is again. Daniel Dubov is just walking. Yagis Khan is on his board. He's ready to start the game with Arjun Ergaisi. Another tough game. I'm sorry, guys. Unfortunately, I can't give you the videos. The FIDE asked $100,000 for a video, so who can just afford for that much money? Okay, Wesley So is looking at the Arjun Ergaisi and like, hello, Arjun, how are you? And I'm good. How about you? They have a conversation with his eyes. Okay, we are waiting right now. Wesley So. He's playing with Ray Robson. I'm seeing Ray Robson here. Okay. Wesley So is playing with Ray Robson. And now Vladislav Artemiev has arrived. And now he's sitting on his board. Hans Niemann again. Waiting Magnus. Okay, Magnus is here. And now we can start the games. Here we go. Where's arbiter? Please start the clocks. And now Magnus is like shaking the pieces, touching the pieces, and like... And Hans Niemann is not looking at the board. He's like, okay, Magnus, okay, you can do whatever you want. You can do, but you can't interrupt me. I'm like fully focused. Hans is not looking at Magnus Carlsen. He's looking... He's looking anywhere. He's looking at the sky. He's not looking at his opponent. And now, shake hands. Let's go, guys. The game has just started. Okay. Jawahar Sindarov started with E4. The Caro-Kann defense on the board, guys. The Caro-Kann defense. My opening. I like the Caro-Kann. I'm Caro-Kann man. Parham is playing the Caro-Kann defense. But Sindarov Jawahar should win this game. By starting Caro-Kann defense, Parham Maksudlo is telling us that he is agree for a draw. And this is board number 4, Nodirbek Abzattar versus Shahryar Mamediarov. The game has started with c5 and e5. c4, e5. 1 second, let me open this. And this is English opening, guys. The English opening on the board. Nodirbek plays English opening a lot of times, so Nodirbek knows this variation. And Nodirbek plays bishop to b4. Queen to b3 played by Shahryar Mamediarov. And at this point, Nodirbek Abzattar is thinking. It's just the beginning, but Nodirbek, I think, at this point, he's remembering the lines. He's remembering, he's just thinking how to do, what to do, from which way I should go. He's giving this question for himself, and now he's thinking. Knight to c6 is possible. Bishop to a5 is possible. Just a5 is possible. But you have to choose the way you play. The reason why I'm thinking. Okay, and now we can jump into the next board. Let's go. Jawhar Sindarov is playing here with Parham Makhzudlo. At this point, the Karakan defense. Jawhar Sindarov attacks to the bishop. Bishop goes to h5 and then queen e2. For queen e2, Parham Makhzudlo is thinking at this point. And also he can develop his knight. He can develop his another knight from d7. Queen to c7. Somewhere if he wants e5, if he wants e6 and puts his bishop there. Yes, e6. Just as simple, you wanted to develop your dark square bishop and castle. Parham Makhzudlo is playing simple chess here. Not the aggressive lines, just a simple chess. Okay, we are gonna back to the game. Nodirbek Abzattar is playing with Shahryar Mamediarov. Nodirbek goes his bishop back to e7. And engine is telling us that this is not the better move, but Nodirbek has an idea. I believe that Nodirbek has an idea. The reason why he put his dark square bishop to e7. I guess you're speaking 7 or 7.5 and your pronunciation is really, really well. Thank you. I'm trying. I don't know if my speaking is good, but my grammar, my vocabulary base is not that huge, high, or I don't know. I just know the words that are related to chess, and I'm just speaking, I can pronounce them. So after bishop to e7, Shahryar Mamediarov is thinking what he can do at this point. Just as simple, you can develop, you can pay attention to your development, knight to f3, and then in the next moves you can play e4, gets your bishop developed from, not from this square, I think. The reason why e3 and then d4 is possible. Knight to c6, yes, e3 and then d4. Because you should move your, you should put your bishop on this d3 square. In the future, the players are just playing carefully, not having a quick moves, because just the 2 rounds left after this. Shahryar Mamediarov is playing the exact lines that I showed you at this point. After this game, you have only 2 rounds, so you have 3 rounds. So you have to have something to happen, and then maybe you could win the tournament. Shahryar Mamediarov is also fighting for win. Magnus, Hans. How about our challengers? Magnus Carlsen and Hans Niemann are playing at this point. Magnus is playing with the white pieces. Exact the same thing. Magnus Carlsen is playing this lines like literally a lot of times. I've seen this line. Yesterday also Magnus was playing this lines. And today also he chose to play this lines against Hans Niemann. Knight will be on this f1 square. All the time. Defending this h2 square. And always be ready to jump onto this g3 square. And this bishop will be always on this b3 square, and the pawn structure will be like this, all the time. Let's start the game review from the beginning. e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, and then knight to f6. Solid Italian game by Magnus Carlsen. At this point, castle, h3 stops, bishop to g4, knight to g4 in the future. d6, now c3. Rook e1, knight bd2, knight goes to e7, and now look at this. Knight maneuvers and goes to this f1, always ready to go to g3, and then protects this h2 square. Knight g6, now bishop b3. What is your idea, Magnus? You're attacking to the center, you're striking to the center, If pawn takes on d4, d4, you want to take with the pawn and control the center, and your dark square bishop will get developed from this g5 square. Good ideas from the Magnus Carlsen. And now we can go to the next second board. Linear Dominguez Perez is playing with Vladislav Artemiev. Yesterday, Vladislav Artemiev defeated Magnus Carlsen, and this video gets viral on social media. Magnus Carlsen pushed the cameraman. The game has started with d4, d5, knight f3, knight f6, and then c4. Oh, c4? It's like the queen's gambit somehow. But let's watch this. Yeah, it's queen's gambit. The queens are going to get traded. I think the players just wanted to have a draw. They just don't want to go for a risk. But Linear Dominguez Perez has almost 16 minutes on his clock. And Vladislav Artemiev has 10, I can tell 11 minutes. It's just the beginning. Vladislav Artemiev has a lot of ideas. You can just play knight to c3. You can play b3, put your bishop on b2 and put pressure on this opponent's g7 square all the time, the rook all the time. Either you can develop your knight from this d2 square to control the central d4 square. Because this knight can jump onto this square, you just wanted to put your knight here, b3, bishop b2, put your rook on the c1, and just continue playing. Great, great. And now, I think game number 3 is not that important for us. Who is leading currently? Currently, Magnus Carlsen has 8 points. Vladislav Artemiev has 8 points. 8 points, right? Yes, 8 points. And Hans-Mok Niemann. The 3 guys have 8 points. And now, like, Linear Dominguez has 7.5. Yagis Khan has 7.5. Nodrbek has 7.5. A lot of players have 7.5. Let's back to Nodrbek Absatarov's game. It is telling us that this is slightly better for white. Why this is slightly better? Because he has D and C pawns on the center of the board. And Nodrbek's bishop didn't develop yet. I have a bad news for you guys. I've played these lines a lot of times, and more than 70% of the times, these lines will end in a draw. But I hope Nodrbek can come back, Nodrbek can change the game, and he will find the winning moves. But Shahryar Mamedyarov is putting pressure on Nodrbek's time. Shahryar Mamedyarov has 14 minutes, and Nodrbek Absatarov has almost 11 minutes. 3-minute advantage. And the advantage is increasing at this point. How about Jawahar Sindarov versus Parham Maksudlo? Okay. Jawahar Sindarov started pushing his pawns g4, bishop g6, and then h4, h5, and then g5. This was a mistake, but Jawahar is playing for a win. Jawahar is not like... what was the word? I just forgot the word. Jawahar is not hesitating to push his pawns, and he is just pushing right now. Okay. And then how you develop your knights and bishops, this is the question. You gotta think about this. And let's check out the engine. Bishop g2, light square bishop to g2. If knight bd7, at this point you can cancel and play the normal chess. But our king side is opened. Knight bd7, cancel, but this bishop will defend us from any kind of attacks in the future. And our pawns are so aggressive, so we can play for a win. Yes. Gukesh and Arjun. Arjun Nurgaisi has 7.5 points. Yes, 7.5, and he's playing at board number 3 right now. He's fighting with Yagis-Khan Yardogmush and Gukesh. I think, where's the Gukesh? Gukesh Damoraju has also, Gukesh has 7 points, and now he's fighting with Cristobal Henriquez. Yesterday, this Cristobal defeated Sindarov Jawahar, and today he's playing with Gukesh D, the world champion. E4, C5. Sicilian defense on the boards, guys. The main line of the Sicilian defense. The players are just playing the opening, just trying to improve their positions. They just castled and played H3 to D5. The equal position at this point. I can tell you this. How about Magnus Carlsen versus Hans-Mok Niemann? Magnus strikes to the center And now Hans is not capturing the pawn. He plays d5, striking back to the center by playing d5. Magnus plays bishop to g5, putting pressure on this knight on f6, and it is pinned to the queen. Great, and now Hans Niemann is thinking. The times are almost equal. We shall go back to the Nodrbek scheme. He has 9 minutes, but... Oh, wow. Shahriar Mamedziyarov is putting pressure on... Putting pressure on Nodrbek after terrorist time. Nodrbek, what we can do at this point, we can play d5 to trade the pawns on the center of the board. But d5 looks like a mistake because d5 takes them. We can't take because of the knight. Boy, we can play knight b4. And attack to the pawn once again. Knight e5, engine is advising us. No, not this. This is knight e4. Knight e5. I don't know then how to continue this. But Nodrbek is spending a lot of time. Please, Nodrbek, at least do not lose the game. A win is important, but at least do not lose the game. Hans winning against Magnus will be a great content. Especially for Levi Rosman. He's like screaming, guys, can you believe this? Today, Hans Niemann defeated Magnus Carlsen, but Magnus Carlsen won the tournament. That would have been a crazy and funny like title for the video. Like Hans defeated Magnus, but the winner of the tournament is Magnus. And everybody's speaking like Magnus is being Magnus. Okay, we're back. Nodrbek plays d5, the exact move that Engine was advising. And when you take this, I play knight b4, attack back to this pawn and d5, and I wanted to take back this pawn. The exact same idea again. Okay, 3 people are watching this, and how many likes we have? Let me check out this from my another profile. 7,500 subscribers. Thank you, guys. We have 14 and 15 likes at this point. Great. And now Shahriar Mamedziyarov is thinking. Capturing is better option. Knight takes. The knights are going to get traded, and anyway, we are going to play knight b4 or just bishop d1. Knight takes d5, a3. He takes, and then knight to b4 immediately. Nodrbek is just not spending that much time, just plays knight b4 immediately. 17 likes, great. Oh, 17 likes. Thank you, guys. Appreciated that. And what's going on in board number 6? Jawhar Sinar versus Parham Maksudlo. Parham has a battery here. He's ready to play knight bd7. And then another knight from e7, I think, then castle. I think he's not going to castle. Knight to h3 played by Jawhar Sinar at this point. The queen is on this e2 square. We shall move our dark square bishop and our another knight. We shall develop our pieces. Both players are playing like accurately. They just don't want to go for a risk. But Jawhar Sinar has 7 minutes and Parham Maksudlo has 12 minutes. 5 minutes. He has extra 5 minutes. Jawhar Sinar is spending a lot of time to think. That's not good. A challenge for you. Can you spell Yan name without looking? Spell Yan не помнячи. I-A-N. This is Yan. And then не помнящий. N-E-P-O-M-N-I-A-T-S. I mean C-H. Не помнять. C-H-I. I don't know. Я не помнящий. We call him Я не помнящий. It's like Russian name, and I can pronounce it in Russian if you want, but English is like the crazy one. And where is Я не помнящий? That's a good question. Where is Я не помнящий, by the way? Where is he? He was dominating. Я не помнящий. Yeah. I spelled it correct. Я не помнящий. Yeah, I spelled it correct. I spelled it correct. What's happening? Aliyor familiya yo'q ekan, Aliyor deyveraman endi. Nima bo'lyapti debsiz? Shu qarasam, Javohirda ozgina debutdan chiqishda biroz muammo bo'lib qoldi. No, hali hech narsa bo'layotgani yo'q, hammasi durang holatda, lekin bizda 7 minut, Farhamda 11 minut bor. Agar Nodirbekka keladigan bo'lsak, Nodirbekda ham 7 minut bor. Shahriyor Mamedyarovda 11 minut. Markazda piyodalar mashqi va vaziyat teng holatda turibdi. Hozircha hech qanaqa narsa bo'layotgani yo'q. Magnus bilan Hans o'ynayapti birinchi doskada, ularda ham hozircha tenglik. Okay, Shahriyor Mamedярov versus Nodirbek Abza turf. Ayol kishimisiz? Ism Aliyor bo'lganiga erkak kishim deb o'ylayman-da. Menimcha boshqa, ya'ni katta odamning telefonida ishlatasiz, mayli, whatever. Okay, at this point, Nodirbek Absaturov played knight b4, and then Shahriyor Mamedярov develops his dark square bishop, and then we just take the point. That's a great move in this position. When this bishop takes our knight, we are always ready to take this with our knight. Bishop takes, knight takes, and this game is going for a draw. But endgame is tricky all the time. Nobody knows what happens. This language is not understandable. For me, I think I should now start speaking Hindi. No. It's okay. I can speak an English language, international language. Our countryman just told me that what's going on in the game, so I just explained this in Uzbek language. And now everything is okay. Knight b5. Shahriyor Mamedярov is thinking at this point. Please, Shahriyor, take your time, think more. Magnus Carlsen has a slightly better position at this point. I told you, Magnus maneuvered his knight, and then he put his knight to g3. And now his position is great. Yutqazibdimi? O'shani qarab ko'rish esdan chiqib qoldi. Hali tanaffusdaman dadam chaqirib qoldi, bilmadim. We should check this out. Let's check this out. Nodirbek Yakubboyev. Yes, he lost. Yutqazibdi. Qanday yutqazish mumkin? Mayli, bu hali ochiq savol turibdi. Buni aniqlik kiritaman men bu narsaga. U yutqazadigan narsa emas-ku lekin. U aniqlik kiritamiz. U xatolikni tushunmadim. Nimadir bo'lyapti bu yerda. Menimcha vaqt tushib ketgan, u o'yinni yutqazish mumkin emas bu yerda. While you spelled Ian's name, it's difficult at the end. You like No. Ma so'kinmayman. Streamda ham, streamdan boshqa joyda ham iloji boricha so'kinmayman. Tim bo'l unaqa so'kinishlarni. Shu men ham hayronman, Nodirbek Yoqubboyevda hayron bo'ldim. Okay guys, let's back to the English. Oh, I think so. I think he just ran out of time. 50 likes, target, let's go. I think it's difficult to have 50 likes because we don't have 50 people here. We have only 6 people are watching at this point. This is Nodirbek Yakubboyev's game, but we should back to the Nodirbek Absatarov's game. We have 6.5 minutes. Shahriyor Mamedярov is just putting pressure on our time. If we move our knight, or where we move our knight, this is the question. Maybe knight takes c3. We can exchange the knights and then attack to the bishop. Great. Nodirbek Absatarov is playing well now. And now the position is just opened, and now we can play. I play this kind of positions but I win with black pieces at the end game. When all the pieces get traded, playing with black pieces is just convenient for me at this point. Because the rook goes and takes all the points. I put pressure on these points. Okay, where he can go. First of all, he can take this knight with his bishop. Then we take this back. And then he can put his knight on not here. On d5, attacks to the rook. Rook b8, and the game continue like this. At this point, he is thinking. Time. Yeah, the time is ticking, but now Shahriyor Mamedярov is also thinking. He's also spending much time. Jawhar Sindarov, Parham Maksudlov. Jawhar has 5 minutes. Parham missed it. Jawhar made a mistake. Parham missed an opportunity. The game is going for a draw, but time. Parham has extra 4 minutes. It is almost 5 minutes. Extra 5 minutes. Oh my. At this point, taking is better option. But after capturing, the pieces can get traded. The position will get opened, and our king is on the center of the board. We should move our dark square bishop and get castled. Our king is just an open file on the center of the board. Our opponent can easily castle either queen side, either king side. I think queen side. And we should also think about castling at the queen side. So, yeah, knight takes on e4. Pawn takes was better option, but knight takes. And now I think bishop takes e4 because his light square bishop is not in a good condition. So trading the bad bishop for the active knight is better for black pieces. Yo, yani pomnishin lekin boya to'g'ri spell qilgan ekanman, chunki yani pom niyatchi edi. CHTCHI dedim. Yo'g'ini bilmadim, nimalardir bor deb o'yladim, lekin qarasam haqiqatda shunaqa. CHI qo'yilgan bo'ldi. Men to'g'ri aytibman. Oldin ham qilganmiz, bunaqa challengelar ko'p bo'lgan bizda. Okay, Magnus Carlsen has a slightly better position again against the Hans Niemann. Hans has 6 minutes, Magnus has 8 minutes and 25 seconds. It means Magnus has an extra 2 minutes. Arjun Ergaisi versus Yagis Khaniardogmush. Okay, the position is just a draw, but it's very complicated. The bishop is here, he's ready to take the knight, but then he takes, the knight is here. If you take this, then these pawns are really like annoying. Oh, Vladislav Artemiev has 1 minute and a half. 1.5 minutes. Linear Dominguez has almost 12 minutes. Oh my goodness. This is endgame, but time matters like all the time. Who knows, but it might be a tactic like you're, first of all, you own lots of time and play under a minute. It might be a tactic, but playing with 1 minute, yeah, you have a 10-second increment, but what? Linear Dominguez. I don't know, guys. I would have never played like this, but he's playing. Let's go back to this game. Another big scheme. This is draw. Rook and game. Oh, guys, I have a bad news. Yeah, the pawns are not chained to each other fully, but the end game. The pieces are get traded at this point. The knights are get traded, the bishops are get traded at this point. This is slightly better for white because the rooks are just doubled at this point, but endgame, guys. Endgame. It's gonna be, I think, a draw. Let's look at this game. Okay, Parham Maksudlu also started thinking. He has almost 6.5 minutes. That's great. Parham Maksudlu also started thinking. I think the live stream, everything is going well. Yeah, everything is working, everything is perfect. At this point, he's thinking. Another big upset there. G3 played by Shahryar Mamedyarov. Shahryar ham yomon. Sure. Shahryar Mamedyarov is also a tough player. 2700 emasda bu bekorga. Rapidda ham 2700 klassikda ham. And this is endgame, guys. The grandmasters are playing perfect at the endgame. And plus, he's offering a trading points. This point was just a 1 point. The queen always should just protect this point, but now Shahryar Mamedyarov is offering a point trade. And after trading the points, Shahryar Mamedyarov will have a chances because 2 pawns are not connected to each other. Linear and Artemiev game is so simple that Artemiev is easily makes a draw despite the time pressure. Yeah, of course. You're right. But tricky, no. This is not just a simple, I think. Knight is on the board. Knight is on the board. Two bishops versus two bishops and the knight. Yeah, the position is just unequal. Everything is just unequal. But I don't know. Because the knight is in the game. Knight is tricky. It's not that simple, I think. No, it's not that simple. Yeah, when you play this in attack to the point, you have to defend this. And he's attacking. But grandmasters are playing here, I think. Yeah, it's gonna be a draw. Another back up to turf. This game is going for a draw now. He takes the point and now queen d6. And now whites can have some chances because the pawns are connected. And we should always defend our pawns. Tricky. The end games are always tricky. Perham Maksudlo is spending a lot of time. Oh my goodness. How much time is he spending? Can't I just see this? How much time he spent for this move? They have now votes. I will vote for Jawahar. Okay, the pieces get traded at the center of the board. And now he played knight to c5. Or knight to c5. Not that big. I mean, Jawahar Sindarov is thinking. Bishop to e3 is better option. Engine is advising us to develop another bishop. When he takes, and we have two connected points, and we are going to castle this way, I think. Yeah, bishop e3, or then either bishop d2 is also better option. The important thing is we have to move our piece. If we want to save our bishop, we should move our bishop to g2. Yeah. But I think anyway, bishop d2 is the better option. I don't know, but bishop d2 is the better option, I think. Jawahar Sinarf is thinking, now the times are equal. No worries. Where's the YouTube? Where's the YouTube chat? Second, let me open the chat. Yeah, everything is great now. Okay. This game is continue. This point, pawn c6 played by another big outside turf. Guys, yeah, the end game is tricky, but I think this should be a draw. Shahriar Mamedjarov has a lot of time, but grandmasters are playing. If these 2 points are gonna get traded for these 2 points, the game is just a draw. The game is just a draw. Queen to f6 played by another big outside turf. Okay. We can continue. Shahriar Mamedjarov is thinking. He knows that this game ends in a draw. So he's just waiting right now. He's just thinking to find a move. Engine is telling that this is slightly better, but this is top level chess. Let's look at this game. Jawahar Sindarov played bishop to e3. Amazing. Great, Jawahar. Great. I think first of all he played f4 and then bishop to e3 because we have to cancel on this side anyway. Takes. We have this point, but what if he moves his bishop? But where? He can't go anywhere. It means we can cancel on time. Okay. This game is tricky because the players are castling different side, opposite side, and they're trying to play for a win. We can hope from Jawahar Sindarov. If he wins, he will get +1 point and he will have 8 points at the end of this round. This game is tricky because the players are casting. Perham Maksudlo is thinking. Jawhar, let's go. Arham Maksudlo is thinking. That's amazing. Okay. Now we are up on time. We have an extra 1 minute. Great. How about this game? What's going on here? The players are moving his pawns on the king side. They are moving their king. They're activating their king. After h4, not a big upset. I was thinking, I think h5. Yeah, h5. Everything, all good. All good. Shahryar Mamidyarov is trying to find a way, trying to win the game, but we are defending. Everything is just good. The rook is defending everything. If the queen attacks somehow, we have another rook. Everything will be alright. I wanted to see this game. He takes. Okay. Maksudlo has 1.5 minutes. We have almost 3 minutes. Knight to g6 played. And now we have to cancel immediately because the bishop wanted to go back and just cut this line off. And our king will be on the center of the board. So Jawhar, please castle. Only move. Only move. I think he castles. But yeah, we are giving up this pawn, but can't. Oh. E5. Only move. Bishop d2. Attack to the queen and castle. But then the queen is here to take the pawn. If bishop d2, bishop b4, 3 pieces are putting pressure, then c3. Bishop b7. Oh, game continue like this, I think. This, and then bishop b7. And then we shall find a way, like knight f2. We shall go back. This is tricky, guys. This game is tricky. c3 first, and then knight f2. Jawhar didn't play bishop to d2. Just he played c3 first of all. And now, Farhan made a mistake. Inaccuracy. Actually be a mistake, yeah. Knight e7. Mistake. Farhan is also a human. And now knight e4. And now we are gaining a lot of space from the center of the board. Knight e4. Jawhar, let's go. Knight e4. We don't need this castle at this point because the queen is here. This is endgame. No need to castle. I think we are going to put our king to the safe place somewhere. King f2 or the king g3. I don't know. Somewhere we should put our king. We don't need castling now. Maybe somewhere a3 and then rook d1 trading the rooks. I don't know how we play. After knight to f5, our opponent bishop to d2. Oh, bishop to d2. Rook d7. He just wanted to double up the rooks. The only idea. When you are looking at this perhaps side, you can see this only idea. Rook d7, I wanted to do this. Because the whole war is going on this side. I think that's simple. He finds this rook d7. The idea, I think he just wanted to push the pawn. What? I don't know, it's really difficult. Vladislav Artemiev, Linear Dominguez draw. The game ended in a draw. Magnus has a slightly better position at this point. And also the time advantage. Jawhar Sindarov made a draw, but Farhan Maksudlo has less than a minute. If the Nodrbek's game ends with the draw, and other contenders also make draw, we are happy because Asgab only 0.5 points with the one. Yeah, of course, you're right. Yeah, of course. How about this game? This game ends in a draw, guys. But wait. The pawn? Wait, we can play this. Let's play this. Okay, his rooks are active. Let's play this. We have a pass pawn. Let's play this. Don't resign until the end. I mean, don't accept the draw until the end. Let's fight. Track king g8. Okay. That's a mistake. What was the better option at this point? King h8 was better. Okay. King h8 was better option. Engine is telling us that this is a mistake because of the rook f6. Attack to the pawn. And then a3. What if he takes? King h8 anyway. And then rook h6 check. King g8. It's like this pawn is going for promotion. And it is hard to stop this. The reason why Shahryar Mamedyarov takes a draw here. Yeah. I think he finds a rook f6 and this game will end in a draw. Important game. Jawhar Sundar, what's are you doing? Castle. Queen goes. This is a miss. And now we cancel it right on time. Let's go. And now we cancel it right on time. King b1. Another prophylactical move. King b1. No. c4. But Parham misses opportunity again. Queen a6. And now rook h e1. Tell this rook to join the game. Okay, if this knight goes and takes our pawn, I think this is just nothing for us. We are waiting. Everything can happen. What? No, it's just over. It's just a draw. No need to worry from this game. Yeah, Shahryar Mamedyarov finds this move, and he knows that there is a draw. Jawhar Sundar has a less than a minute. So his opponent played this move. Now we are thinking. Very aggressive. G6 is better option at this point. G6, just playing a natural move. Rook he1 holds a draw. No, b3. Jawhar is just fighting. Jawhar is just connecting the pawns, and now he can move. And now the queen is released. We don't need to protect this pawn anyway. Whatever. We don't need to protect this pawn anymore. Parham has 15 seconds. Parham Makhzulov has 15 seconds. And now g6 for Parham is draw. c5, draw. g6, yeah. He finds all the best moves. And now again, Engine is telling us to move our rook to e1. Just giving up this pawn. Jawhar Sundar is thinking. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Jawhar, be quick. Oh, how? +3? Going to the opposite way was better. Another big. Going to opposite way. The pawns are really aggressive. Check here. The rooks are connected to each other, but this is +6. Oh my goodness. Rook a5? How? I don't understand. Rook a5, defend the pawn, but two pawns are really annoying. All the time he gives a check and he moves his pawn. Oh my goodness. The pawn is coming. The reason this pawn is coming. Nodirbek Absatarov was under time pressure and he played King f8 instead of King h8, and now everything is winning for him right now. Even taking, even giving a check, even rook b7. Just not doing nothing, and rook b7. Offering a rook trade because the pawns are really annoying. 5 pawns versus 3 pawns. Oh my goodness. Your whistle perfect after Jawhar made the castle. Oh wow. This game is going for a draw. What? Another big run out of time. Come on, man. How? Another big lost, guys. Okay, let's go to Johor's game. This game is going for a draw, but... Okay. Another big answer turf lost. Okay, this is not the end of the world. We have Blitz point. We have Blitz stage also. Rapid stage. I think there is no hope for a win right now. Magnus Carlsen has a better position against Hans Monk Niemann. This is +3, and Magnus Carlsen has an extra point, and he's the god. I mean, I don't want to tell the bad things. This position, Magnus Carlsen is just a beast of end games. He's gonna show us the best performance with 3 minutes. He has a lot of minutes, and this is like a puzzle for Magnus Carlsen, and he solves. He eats this kind of puzzles for breakfast. Magnus wins, guys. With 3 minutes, Magnus wins. And Yagis-Han Erdoğmuş is winning Arjun Ergasi at this point. Arjun made a mistake on the time pressure. At this point, game was going for a draw, but after a D3, Yagis-Han finds the better move, and now this is +5. The position is +5 for Yagis-Han Erdoğmuş. Johor is winning! Let's go. Johor Sundar is winning. Johor is winning. Come on, man. Come on. There we go. Oh my goodness. I tell you, end game. Okay, what's going on? Takes. Just made in 2. Just here and this and mate in 2. Oh my goodness. This block mate. Come on, man. Johor Sundar was winning, guys. That's just an impressive. Oh my goodness. Johor, come on, man. Oh my goodness. How he survived. I can't believe my eyes. Parham Maksula resigns at this point. We are taking the lead. Again, we have another warrior fighting to win. Now Johor has 8 points and we have 2 rounds. Let's go, Magnus. Make a draw. Hans, you should come back now. You are not gonna eat this end game for a breakfast now. We have a hope. Johor is fighting for a win now. Let's go, end game. How he won, I can't understand. The position was so complicated. Just one blunder made everything. At this point, the game was a draw. But after Queen D7, Parham Maksula on the time pressure with 1 second in his clock, he made B5, and this was a blunder. Oh my goodness. Johor Sundar finds the better move because this bishop has nowhere good to go. Look at this. The bishop is just trapped. Every square is just covered with our pieces. And at this point, he made another final blunder. Final mistake. Pawn takes b5, pawn takes b5, then pawn to c6, attacking to the queen. Queen to b6, another mistake. 3 mistakes in a row by Parham Maksula on the time pressure. Now knight takes bishop, queen takes. And now we play bishop to a5, attacking to the queen. Queen goes to c8, and now pawn to c7. This is just mate in 4. Check. King goes here, and now we are going to give a check here. And now we are not going to take the queen. I'm so excited. Like, we are going to promote to a queen, and this is a checkmate. Parham Maksula realizes this and then resigns right after this moment. Here we go, Johor. Oh my goodness, we have a hope. Johor has 8 points right now. Ooh, what a game. What a game. Yagis-Han Erdoğmuş was winning, and now Arjun Ergasi winning. He blundered his rook. Look at this. What a drama. What a drama at World Rapid and Blitz Championship, guys. What a drama. Arjun Ergasi is winning at this point. Emotse verilsem şuna vakit ama. Oh my goodness, this is just... What? No, nobody can believe that Arjun Ergasi is taking the lead and is winning. Now, we can't receiving the mouse, I think. The chess.com is lagging, but Arjun Ergasi is winning, guys. Oh my goodness, how he survived. And how about Magnus? Magnus won, guys. Magnus Carlsen just showed us a great game. Great end game. How to move, how to push the points, how to win with the one pass point. And now Magnus Carlsen has 9 points. I wanted to see the standings, guys. Jawhar Sindarov at the 3rd place. Vladislav Artemiev has 8.5 points. And Jawhar Sindarov has 8 points. And Magnus Carlsen has 9. And now we are playing with Magnus Carlsen? I think. Jawhar is playing with Magnus Carlsen. No, 8 points are just Shahryar. We've played with Shahryar. We've played with Leonid Dominguez Perez. We've played with Alexander Shimanov. Either Jawhar Sindarov is playing with Hans Niemann or Magnus Carlsen. Because I think we have played with Vladislav Artemiev. Or are we playing with... I think Jawhar is going to play with Vladislav. No, Hans is 3rd with points. But I think Jawhar Sindarov is going to play with either Hans Mog Niemann or either Vladislav Artemiev. And now we have a hope. If Magnus loses and Jawhar wins the game, everything will change. Oh my, now we have a hope. Here we go. Let's go. Jawhar Sindarov shows us a great performance. And now we can take a look at other countrymates' games. Let's go. How about Nodirbek Yakuboyev? Nodirbek Yakuboyev won the game, guys. He got 6.5 points. He defeated Jamie Santos from Spain. Great, congratulations to Nodirbek Yakuboyev. And Mukhudin Madaminov had a draw with David Paravian. Great. Humayun Begmuradov defeated V Pranav. We defeated this guy 2 times in this tournament. First of all, Mukhudin Madaminov defeated this guy. And now Humayun Begmuradov is defeating this guy. Great. And then Muhammad Zokhtyarov lost to Nikita Petrov. Okay. And Johongir Wakhirov is winning at this point. This is plus 10 against Nikolai Averin. Great. This is our other chess players. And Shamsuddin Wakhirov is unfortunately losing at this stage for Kirill Alexeyenko. Arjun's game. Arjun Ergasi is winning. Arjun Ergasi was losing. What? Oh, this is completely drama. He takes, okay. Yagis Khan was winning. And chess.com just lagged. And once chess.com shows that the Arjun Ergasi was winning. And now Arjun is losing. Yagis Khan Erdoğmuş is also fighting for a win. Yeah, if he wins, he also get 8.5. And we might play with Yagis Khan in the next round also. Or Yagis Khan plays with Magnus Carlsen. Oh my, the Turkish prodigy plays with Magnus Carlsen, because this is puzzle, guys. You have 2 points and you have to lead these points to the victory. The grandmasters even knows that this is just over. The reason why we can count Yagis Khan Erdoğmuş as a winner of this, because at this point Arjun Ergasi resigns. Yagis Khan Erdoğmuş won the game. Great. Let's go. Turkish. Young talent from Turkey. I mean, we can say Turkey. Young talent from Turkey wins the game against Arjun Ergasi. And now he's going to play with Magnus Carlsen, I think, because first play Magnus, second play Vladislav Artemiev, and third place Yagis Khan Erdoğmuş. I think Yagis Khan didn't play with Magnus yet. No, he didn't play with Magnus. So Magnus first, Yagis Khan at the third. It means they're gonna play each other. We might play with, I told you, we might play with either Hans Niemann or... Yeah, we might play with Hans Niemann at this point. Jawhar Sindarov versus Hans Niemann. That would be another epic chess game, I think. At this point, guys, if you didn't click the likes, please click likes and subscribe to our channel. Magnus Yagiz o'ynaydi. I'm also thinking like this. Magnus bilan Yagizxon. Let me change this. Va yangi yil. Ishqilib svet o'chib qolmasin. Svet o'chib qoladigan bo'lsa streamimiz o'chib qoladi. Ishqilib svet o'chib qolmasin-da, men bu onlarni ko'rishdan bebarqa qolib ketmasam bo'ldi. Agar svet o'chmay tursa, birgalikda sharhlab oxirigacha olib borishga harakat qilamiz. Yagiz chempion. Ha, Magnus turibdi. Bu Magnus endi Magnusda baribir. To'g'ri, Yagizni bilaman, qachondan kelyapti. Yorib chiqyapti 2700 ga, eng yoshi 2700 nechadir bo'lib ketyapti. Lekin Magnus, это Magnus. Guys, with all of these emotions and with all of this drama, round number 2 of day 3 and overall round number 11 of this tournament has just an over. And now we have only 2 rounds left. Round number 12 and round number 13. And then after 2.5 hours or after 3 hours, we will get to know about the winner of the tournament. Either it will be Magnus, either it will be Yagizxon Erdo'g'mush, either it will be other our countrymates Sinar of Johor. We will get to know about it, guys. Now, until the next round pairings will be released, I will take a timeout for 20 minutes or for 15 minutes. I'll eat something, I'll drink something, and I'll be back when the next round pairings released, guys. Until to that, I'll say not bye, I'll say see ya. Okay, now let's put this here. Let's open the board. And then 1, 2, 3, bye. Guys, I'm sorry, I'm here right now. How are you? What's going on? Johar Sindarov has ended his game in a draw, and now Nonderbek Absotarov is fighting for a win. If he wins, he will have 8.5 points out of 11 games. Like all the second places. Right now, just Vladislav Artemiev has 9 points. Other games, Maxim Shalegraf, Arjun Ergais, Alexander Shumanov, everybody just had a draw. The reason why all players has 8.5 elos except Magnus and Vladislav Artemiev. And also, Yagishani Ardogmush has 8.5 points right now and he's playing with Magnus. And the position at this point, I'll tell you, and the position is just equal at this point. If this both guys are just gonna make a draw, then Yagishani Erdogmush will have 9 and Magnus will have 9.5. And Magnus, if Magnus wins at the next round, Magnus will be the champion. But we also have chances because if Nonderbek wins, he will get 8.5 and Johar has 8.5. And if someone wins, it means they will get 9.5. And it means we can have chances for even for a win. We can play even for a win or even at least for second or third places, I think. We can challenge for at least second or third places. Let me open the live stream chat first of all. We've got a lot of problems, guys. At the beginning of this round, I'm sorry I was not able to go for a live. Let's go. 4 people are watching our live stream. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate that. Don't forget to click like and subscribe to our channel. I'm sorry I'm speaking very fast. I don't know why I'm speaking very fast, but I like this. Okay, let me find our live stream. The live stream is here. 4 people are watching, 3 people are watching now. And how many likes? 30, 28. Okay, let's make this 30 likes. At this point, what's going on? Rook f7, pawn push takes, and now knight to f6 played by Sam Savian. We're playing against Sam Savian, another top grandmaster. How about at the first board? Hans Monk Niemann is playing with Shahriar Mamedzierov. Hans has 8 points. Let me quit from the Telegram. It is bothering us. This game, Hans has a slightly advantage on position, but time is just equal. I think this game will end in a draw anyway. So we should pay attention to our game. Nonderbek Absotarov has a slightly advantage. So Nonderbek should win this game also. Rook c1 played by Nonderbek Absotarov. Nonderbek is attacking. The times, just that we have 1 minute extra time, but it means nothing. Because after every move, you can add extra 10 seconds to your clock. Let's go Nonderbek. I don't know how, but you should win this. Queen e8. He's offering a queen trade because he knows that after trading the queens, this game will end in a draw. The reason why he's offering a queen trade. He's offering us a queen trade, guys, but we don't have to go for this, I think, because the rook end game will end in a draw. Queen b7. Let's go Nonderbek. We are not going to trade our queens. Queen b7. Queen c4 is the second line. Queen c4 is also a good move, pinning the rook to the king. Let's go, Sam Savian. I know you will make a mistake. What's going on in the other boards? Hans Monk Niemann position is slightly better for Hans Monk Niemann. Jan Nepomniachtchi is also playing here. Jan has also 7.5. And he's playing with Praggnanandh Haramesh Babu right now. Okay, let's look at this board. Queen c4, queen b5. He's attacking and offering a queen trade again and again. And now maybe h3. We agree for a queen trade like this. Maybe we capture with the pawn. If h3, what if... Oh, wait a second. What if he takes this way? Then dc. This is anyway draw, so no. We don't have to go for a queen trade. Queen b3, another big. Let's go. Just retreat the queen back. We don't go for a queen trade. Let's play for a win. And let me get noted from the game. Magnus Carlsen has a slightly advantage. Yagishani Ardogmush has 4 minutes. Magnus has 7 minutes. They are fighting each other. Two fighters are fighting for a win. Another back. Let's go. Queen b3, I think. Queen c4 is a... No. Yes, queen b3. Great. Now Sam Savian is thinking. Come on, man. Come on, Sam. Come on, Savian. I know you will make a mistake. Come on. After queen b3, Sam Savian is thinking. He can play queen d5. Again offering a queen trade because the knight on f6 is protecting this d5 square. And also like he releases his rook from the pin and offers a queen trade. If queen d5, we can play rook c4. And our idea is like queen d5, rook c4, in the next move rook c1, doubling up the rooks. Our idea is clear. Okay, Savian, please think another 2 minutes and just play queen d5 so another back will get prepared for the move. Now we are thinking. 3 minutes. Okay. Emotional times are coming. Yagis Han Erdogmush has 3.5 minutes. Let's look at the position. Knight on the board and the rook. Rook knight endgame 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points versus 6 points. The position is equal but tricky. Hans Demon has a slightly better advantage. I mean, slightly advantage on time. I mean, not on time. I'm about on position. But it's not winning yet. Knight to d5 played by Sam Savian. And at this point, what we can do? Rook c2. Again, the same idea. We want to double up the rooks. Rook c2. But the bishop. If rook c2, I think knight takes, bishop, pawn takes, and then he takes the rook, and then he's going for endgame. Yeah, another big saves the bishop. He knows if you play the rook c2, the knight takes, bishop, pawn takes, rook, king takes rook, and this game is going for a draw. Like 1 rook and 1 queen endgame. Yeah. Now after that, it's gonna be pinned. Like, anyway, the same thing is going on at this point. The full... guys, this game is going for a draw. Rook f... Pawn f3. Another big just don't want to resign. He's just fighting until to the end. 3 people are watching this and we have 30 likes, I think, right now. Yes, we have 30 likes. Great, amazing. King goes to h8. Maybe queen c4. Oh, queen c4, queen takes c4. Maybe it is the time to go for a queen trade. Maybe this is the time. Engine is telling us that queen c4. And then if queen takes queen, then we take with the pawn, I think. And attack to the knight. And now we are striking with c5, pawn takes c5, rook takes c5, and we're striking like this, and we're going to play this endgame. Engine is advising us to play queen to c4. Yes, Nonderbek played queen c4. Great. What if he takes this? And then we take with d pawn. And then we should play this endgame until to the end. Let's go queen c4. Engine is telling us knight b6 is better option. Knight b6. Knight b6, like, it's gonna be safe move, because when you take my queen, I'll take with my pawn, so I'm safe. You can't attack me. What about Yakubayev? Yeah, that's a nice question. I was okay, just played knight b6. Come on, man. I'm at this point just looking at the top boards, because the winners, we will get to know about the winners. Let's type Uzaba and we will get to know about. Now, Nonderbek Yakubayev's position is just equal at this point. He's playing with Yihan Meng. Nonderbek Yakubayev. Oh, the position was just a draw. But now it is telling us that this is losing. Oh my goodness. Nonderbek Yakubayev is losing, guys. Meng Yihan is winning the game against Nonderbek Yakubayev. Mokhoddan Madaminov is playing with Amin Bassem, grandmaster from Egypt. The position is just a draw. Again, bishop versus bishop, pawn versus the rook. Wow. Shamsuddin Wahidov won. Humayun Bekmuradov is playing the equal game. Muhammad Zahid Suyarov won the game. Other games are just going on. Muhuddin Madamin's game is going for a draw. Humayun Bekmuradov game draw. Jahangir Wahidov has a better position. His opponent made a mistake and now this is +3 for him. But I wanted to look at the top boards because the results will get released. Let's look at Nonderbek's board. Jan Nepo, Pragnanatha, draw. Alexei Sarana, Fabiana Caruana. The game is going for a draw. Hans Monk Niemann, Shahriar Mamediaram game going is for a draw. Magnus Carlsen, Yagis Khan Erdogmush. The game is slightly better for Magnus Carlsen. Okay, after this game, we will look at the Magnus Carlsen's game. Board number 1, Yagis Khan Erdogmush. Young talent from Turkey is playing with the greatest chess player of all time. Knight to f4 played by same Savian. He's offering it trading pieces. Bishop takes, rook takes all the time. And Engine is also advising us to take the knight. The better move is just take the knight, rook takes and attacks to our queen, and we go to queen to e3. Engine is also... Why was I asked? I don't know. Two and a half minutes versus 1 minute and 43 seconds. After a knight f4, Nonderbek is thinking. I think he realized that this position is draw. If he takes the bishop, this is draw. So he's calculating and trying to find another moves. But if you're not gonna take this knight, the knight takes d3 is coming. Yeah, he takes this. Rook takes f4, queen e3. Or just queen to e2. You can play queen e2 also. Queen e3. Nonderbek is playing well, but both players are playing well. Sam Seven is also not going for a risk, not taking the risk, and he is just playing carefully and accurately. Let me see the accuracy. 97% accuracy from both players. Pawn to a5, rook c4. Maybe anything can happen at the end game. Takes. Rook takes. Yagis Khan Erdogmush. Yagis Khan. Is 1 minute. The rooks are getting traded. The rook b8. 5 pawn versus 5 pawns. Okay, they're fighting. We will see if someone can have a mistake and the time pressure will change the game. Arjun Iragaisi won the game against Rauf Mamedov. Arjun Iragaisi now have 8-point half. Oh, Arjun is also fighting for a win then. Everything depends to Magnus Carlsen's board then. Yeah, everything depends to Magnus's board. If Magnus wins, then this is like all 80% or 85% Magnus Carlsen wins the tournament. Magnus Carlsen. And we have a lot of 8.5 point players. We have a lot of 8.5s. And also one, Vladislav Artemiev has 9 points. And Magnus Carlsen has 9 points and he's still playing. Let's open up the game. Jawhar Nonderbek Qatar with white pieces. This. Okay, if you take my queen, I take with my king, and we are gonna play this rook endgame. Because Noderbek knows he's good at endgames, he's gonna try. He's gonna test his luck. Hans Niemann has a winning position also against Shahriar Mamediyarov, and Shahriar Mamediyarov has 35 seconds in his clock and he's running out of time. Hans Niemann has 1.5 minutes and c6 played in this game. Sam7 played c6. He wanted to move his pawns also. If queen takes, rook takes, and this is going for a draw. Both players knows about this. Magnus Carlsen's advantage is increasing slowly and slowly. What happened? This game. Queens get traded. Yagis Khan has 10 seconds. Magnus has +2 position. An even better position at this point. Whoa. Queen b4. This is +4 for Magnus. And what is better option? Queen d4. Offering a queen trade and queen a1 is coming. Whoa, Magnus can find this. Because rook d or queen d4. Oh my goodness, another great move. And Yagis Khan gives check and a king to h6, I think. King h6, only move. Yeah, Magnus can just play this king h6. I think he's just calculating other things. King h6, yeah, this is +4 now. Queen c4 played, and now rook f2 is better option. Take the pawn. Oh my, Magnus Carlsen is just defeating the Yagis Khan Erdogmuş, I think. So where's our game? Nonderbek Absalom versus Sam Savian. Nonderbek is also fighting to win the game. Let's look at this game. +4 position. Yagis Khan is fighting. Knight takes. Magnus believed that this position is even better because less pieces. And now he can attack to the pawn. He can push his own pawn. It's gonna be not easy for him. Because Magnus's a pawn is also so powerful, and Magnus has another open pass pawn on this c6 square. So it's gonna be really hard for Yagis Khan to win this. Both players are pushing his pawns. Rook a7, pawn a2 is coming, I think. Pawn to a2. Just rook d1 check is also in there, and then king h2. Rook d1 is also there. The reason why Magnus is calculating this, not just a2, but rook d1 is also there. Okay, what's going on here? Nonderbek is playing this draw. If you take this, I take this anyway. The reason why Magnus is improving his position even better. Nonderbek Absatarov is still playing this endgame. The players are just repeating the moves. After this, rook b5 again. The position is completely draw. After rook b5, Nonderbek is thinking, please, Nonderbek. I wanted to tell you this, like, don't spend much time, but it can't help. The pawns are get traded in this game, and now Magnus has another extra pass pawn on c6 square. Guys, another endgame, tricky endgame, but Magnus has 2 minutes. Magnus up on time, and Yagis Khan has 15 seconds. Just 15. And at this point, Yagis Khan Erdoğmuş resigns, and Magnus Carlsen takes the lead with 10 points. There we go, guys. Again, the same drama is going on. Magnus almost won the tournament because Vladislav Artemiev has 9 points, and who has 8.5 points, and he's playing? No, nobody. I think at this point, Magnus Carlsen is already a champion. Yeah, Vladislav Artemiev can win the game at the next round, but if Magnus Carlsen makes just a draw, he'll just be a champion of this rapid stage. I think we can count already Magnus as a champion, because yeah, Vladislav Artemiev has 9 points. If Vladislav Artemiev wins the game at the next round, he will have 10 points if Magnus loses. If Magnus loses, it might be like some kind of like calculations, some kind of Bugles points. Vladislav can take the win, but I think Magnus will make a draw at the next round, and he will not give a win. Let's look at this board. Alderbek is playing this endgame again. He has an extra point, but this is really difficult, and I think this game will end in a draw. The players just shakes hands. Yeah, the position is just repeating 3 times, and this will over with a draw. Everything is draw here. Everything, literally everything is draw. It's better in Alderbek to agree to a draw and just prepare for the last round of the rapid stage. And we already know the winner, but maybe second and third places. We can fight for second and third places. At this point, king e5. Rook e1 checks. There's a lot of checks, but he takes the point, and this is also enough for a win. I mean, enough for a draw. Look at 1 rook, 1 pawn. I don't know why the players are playing this. Okay, we are gonna just watch the game. You know, both sides has 1 pawn. Takes. And now Alderbek has just an. The game just over with a draw. Yeah, Alderbek put his king to e4. Sam Seven puts his king to e5, and this game is ended in a draw. Yeah, this is a draw. I thought it's like, what? Nah, it's not a blunder. The game has just ended. So Alderbek put his king to e4. Sam Seven puts his king to e5, and this is over. The game ended in a draw. Hans Monk Niemann is playing with Shahryar Mamedyarov, and the game is going for a draw, but Hans is fighting for a win. Because if Hans wins, he will get 9 points. If Hans wins, he will get 9 points, and he might fight for a win somehow. The reason why just Hans Monk Niemann is not like resigning or just offering a draw or just taking the draw, he's trying to win. He's trying to do something. But I think Shahryar Mamedyarov is not gonna give this for him. Nah, this is over, guys. 2 pawns versus 3 pawns. Somewhere knights will get traded. The rooks will get traded, or the pawns get traded in this game also. will end in a draw, like another big upset Qatar versus Sam Sabian. This will be draw, guys, and with this all drama and scenario, our tournament's third game has just an over, and now we have the last fourth game. I think we all know about the winner already. Magnus Carlsen is the winner of this rapid stage of the tournament, and now we should get to know about the second and third places. Our country mates, Johar Sundarov, can fight for the second place. Nodarbek Absatarov can fight for the third place. So we wish all the best luck for him at the next round. Last round, last day of the rapid stage. And from tomorrow, the Blitz stage will start, and Blitz games will be overall 19 games. And first day, I think they're gonna play 10 games. And at the second day, they're gonna play 9 Blitz games. 10 Blitz games first day, and the second day, 9 Blitz games. And tomorrow and after tomorrow, the tournament will be over. And this is all, guys. Until the next round pairings will get released, I will take a little break. So I'll say you bye until the next round will start. First of all, let's get to know about our country mates' results. Zohar had a draw, Nodarbek had a draw, Nodarbek Yakubayev lost. Shamsuddin Wahidov won, Jahangir Wahidov won, Muhammad Zohid Suyarov won. Muhuddin Madaminov is playing this game with Basim Amin, but this is draw. And Humayun Bekmuradov is playing this with David Paravian, and this game is also going for a draw. But nobody can tell nothing. Humayun is trying to win this because knight and the rook. Muhuddin Madaminov and Basim Amin. The game ended in a draw. The players agreed for a draw.